Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. We are now looking at lesson 1. It is called Take a Survey. You should be looking at page 655 in your math packet. Now, for this lesson, it's a little bit tricky because it's asking you to ask 10 of your classmates what their favorite fruit is. Now, we can't do that because we're not at school. So I will give you some numbers to use for this lesson. Or if you would prefer, you can ask your family members because right now they are your classmates. So you can either use the numbers that I am filling in the chart with, or you can choose to ask some of your family members what their favorite fruit is and use those numbers. So the title of our chart is, what is your favorite fruit? And they have to choose between apple, orange, and grape. And we're going to use tally marks to collect our data. So let's say there were 4 students. 1, 2, 3, 4 students who chose apples as their favorite fruit. So we're going to write our total on our line. We're going to say that 7 students chose oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, do you remember what I do for my 5th tally? That's right, we have to draw a line through it for that 5th tally. 5, and then start a new section. 6, 7. And I want to write 7 on my total for oranges. And lastly, we're going to look at grapes. Let's say 3 friends chose grapes. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to write the number 3 on the line. Now, I know that's more than 10, but if we were in our classroom, I would do all of us anyway. So we would have 18 total votes. So let's total our votes and see how many votes we did in all. Remember, when we're adding more than 2 digits at a time, we look for doubles to add first or look for ways to make 10. And I see that 7 plus 3 equals 10. So I can add that 10 to my 4 really quickly. So we had 14 votes. What was the most popular vote? Which fruit was the favorite? Oranges. Good. Now let's go to the next page. Now you should be looking at See and Show on page 656. I'm going to read the information in the box. If you want to read with me, that's great. When you take a survey, you ask a question. Use tally marks to record the answers or data. Data is information. So when you take a survey, well, this one, they're taking a survey about books. You write a question. You have to ask your question to people, and then you record each person's answer with a tally mark. Then you can go back and total. So this student chose to ask people if they liked scary books, funny books, or books about sports. So let's see how many people chose scary books. 1, 2 tally marks. All right, so now we're looking at funny books. Oh, I see a lot of friends liked funny books. I know this is a group of 5, so I don't need to count each one of those. I know 5, 6, 7, 8 votes, and sports has 5 votes. So if you have not done so, trace your total number of tallies. For the next part, we have to ask 10 students, or I'm just going to give you some numbers, their favorite season. Use tally marks to record the data. Then we're going to use that data to answer some questions. All right, so we have our favorite season. Is it winter, spring, summer, or fall? Let's say we have 3 votes for winter. So I'm going to make 3, whoops, I've got to get my writing tool back, 3 tally marks. 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 6 votes for spring. So let's make 6 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have to remember, I have to go across with my 5th tally mark. 5, and then start the next section. 6. Summer. Let's say 5 friends liked summer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I cross for 5. And 2 friends chose fall. 1, 2. So now you're going to count your tallies and put the total number on the side. Let's have you do that, and then you can check and see if you match mine. Good. Now we're going to look at question number 1. What season do students like best? Well, if we're using this chart, the largest number is in spring. So, the most popular season for this group of people is spring. So we're going to write spring on our line. And then if I look at number 2, how many students like winter and fall? So I have 3 in winter and 2 in fall. And they want to know how many in all. Are you going to add or subtract? We know the words in all tell us we're going to add. We want to know how many all together. So 3 plus 2, my 3 votes from winter, my 2 votes from fall, equals 6 votes. And think, do tally marks help you organize your data? It's a quick way when you're asking people questions to write down when you're taking a survey, to write down what their vote is. And then you can go back and add it up quickly. Now you're going to look at on my own. So once again, you can choose to Just ask your family members, the people in your house, what their favorite picnic food is if you'd rather, or you can follow the information that I give. What is your favorite picnic food? And you have the choice hamburger, hot dog, or chicken. So I am going to say 2 people chose hamburger as their favorite. Let's have 8 tallies for hot dogs. If I can fit them all in here. 4, 5, I draw that line across. 6, 7, 8. And chicken, let's say 3. 1 tally, 2, 3. And now you're going to go back and put the total next to your tally marks. And see if they match mine, if you're choosing to use this information or this data. So I'm going to use this data to answer questions 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number 3 says, how many students like hamburgers? I see a total of 2 votes. How many students like hot dogs? 8. What is the favorite picnic food? So for this group, our largest number is found in hot dogs. What is the least favorite? And I see the smallest number of votes is in the food hamburger. So we're going to write hamburger on that line. Remember, my tool is very hard to write with. Now, how would the chart change if you added your favorite food? Could the number of votes, the number of tallies in each food choice be different? Because it could be your favorite food and it could be someone else's favorite food. They may have, out of these 3, chose hamburger, but then if we add your vote, your favorite food in there, that might be their favorite as well. So the number of votes for each food could change. The number I'm going to write the number of votes could change, but I mean the number of votes for each food. We're back to this red one again. I lost the other one. It always says that right at the end. The number of votes could change. Nice job. So now I'm going to let you guys go ahead. You can work on the problem solving page and the homework page independently. So I hope you are having a wonderful week, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Bye.